having a crap?
I find it.
You found the problem?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Awesome. Marc's the best. So after a full day's work with Marc and Dan, this is done. The caliper is done. Dan removed the rear suspension completely. The beam is out there, see? And he left with the Scott Russell link, which he's going to remodify. We burnt out the bushings on each end. Marc got the trailer light sorted. Everything was a little bit backwards. The harness that was on it is probably from an RV, so the colors were different. So in the junction box, the colors didn't match up. Marc found some frayed wires underneath. He ripped out some wires that were cut but still connected in the junction box. We got the wiring working with a battery, and then we realized that we had to work a couple of grounds. I just have to finalize a new plug. So my methods for cleaning up and painting stuff on a rally car is return on investment. So I use this wire brush, and I just wire brush the whole thing, even though it's not perfect. I would like to mention a little something about rally cars, is that they go through tons of abuse. So I don't understand when people want to like sandblast everything, make everything nice, and, you know, spend money and time on a rally car when it doesn't matter in the end. It just has to hold together. So I would say for most of you who would like to rally out there, don't try to have nice stuff that demands a lot of maintenance. Don't build show cars to go rally. So unless you have a lot of money and you're paying someone to build your rally car, or you want a show car, a rally car that is parked, then build it the way you want, make it super pretty. But in my case, and I think is the case of grassroots motorsport, is just get the job done, make sure it works, and the aesthetics is not important. Aesthetics will not land you on a podium. Save your money, save your time. I suggest to build according to the rule book and according to your budget before building according to your wants and dreams. So you more experienced people would be saying right now, don't paint it black, you won't be able to see if you have any cracks or issues coming along during a rally. Well, yeah, you're technically right, except the time it would have taken me to go buy some Metal Pro that's white or a light color. I had this stuff I needed to use up. It's all about Pareto's law and return on investment. This will make it another day closer to Rally Sanair and also Baie des Chaleurs. Mathieu Royer pointed out that we should weld these spindles here because he had problems with the spindle alignment at some point, so we have to do that. And also I have to grind this out or file that out so I can get my bushings in there eventually. I would have liked to wire brush this out, but the wire brush is a little bit big. So happens to be I'm a bit of an inventory buff, and sometimes I keep stuff just in case. So here's the Scott Russel link I was telling you about that Dan Alix completely rebuilt and added this in. So this is adjustable so we don't get too much binding with suspension travel. This is all built upon Mathieu Royer's recommendations, his engineering skills, and there was spacers that were made to go in behind here, and the Scott Russel link gets mounted to the chassis and to the rear beam. It's what allows the beam to travel up and down. By modifying the Scott Russel link and the dog bone here, it allows for a little bit more travel. We purchased a jam nut here, so this is all ready to go, ready to be assembled. So here's the deal. My rear suspension is taken apart, but I have everything I need to reassemble it. And tomorrow, maybe I should make it to the racetrack to test out our new brakes, to see if everything's safe, and our rear suspension, like the connecting links and everything, make sure that works fine. And our 4 coilovers on the vehicle, I have never tested myself. So maybe it'd be a good idea to hit the track. But for that, I gotta get cracking. Always wear gloves. I'm serious. So here's what the rear beam trailing arm connects to. That slides in there. Originally, there was a locking tab in here for the original bushing. I had to drill it, zip gun it. I like to re-weld it, and so now it's like there was never any tab there. So these have to get installed onto the car, and the beam goes up. So this seems to work out. Now we have an issue. We might not be able to make it to Sanair because we're missing one of these bushings. It was supposed to be in the box, but nah, it isn't. And I checked everywhere and on the ground and whatever. So who knows if we're going to be able to make it to test. I figure that if we can't make it to Sanair tomorrow and test the car, we may lose like a 4 or 5 seconds in the first stage because uncertainty with the brakes not bedded in, and tires not scrubbed. We may lose the rally just because we can't make it to this test day, but that's okay. We'll ask the driver to do a super good job on the first stage.